Good morning, everyone, and welcome to 2024 EC3. I think straight from before I start, I would like to invite our EC3 chair, Dimitris Rovas, to give you a short welcome message. Dimitris, please.
So, on behalf of the Board of Directors, I would like to welcome all of you. It's so great to have you here and to see so many people, familiar faces and new faces. So, it's a great pleasure that we are together here. 5 years ago, in 2019, around the same time, we had the first conference in this series, in this same hotel, and it was around 70 people at the time. And 5 years later, we have doubled the numbers and more than that. So it is great that people are finding the event and the activities of EC3 attractive and interesting. So we have 3 full days packed of activities that I think will be useful to create new ideas, make new connections, and get memories to take back with you when you go from wherever you're coming from. And I hope you have a great time and look forward to all the presentations and all the speeches and everything that happens over the next 3 days. So welcome from EC3.
Thank you. Okay, it's a really exciting time. We know this is a moment really where we show the work that has been done over the last nearly 13 months. I wouldn't give a long series of thanks in the opening session. I would like just to thank really my program chair, Mariana, and my dissemination chair, Ranjit, somewhere at the back taking here he is. And of course, there are lots of people behind the scene that we would like to thank, but we will do that in the closing plenary, one by one. We'll thank them, all of them, one by one. I would like to thank our sponsor for this year, our gold sponsor, Esteco, and our silver sponsor, Bentley. They both have an exhibition outside in the lobby. Please, chat to them. They have some really interesting tools and ideas that they are willing to share with you. So, first of all, congratulations for making it here. There are so many islands. I hope you are in the right place. And I'm saying this not really as a joke. It is the way we operate in EC3 is quite confusing sometimes to some. What we do, we rotate between 3 locations on Greek islands. So we started 3 years ago. We were in Rhodes. And last year we were in Crete, but we were in Heraklion, and this year we are in Chania, specifically in Platanias. It gets confusing sometimes if you think you're going to the same place. I did that mistake last year. I booked to here. I came to Chania. The conference was 150 kilometers north. So these things happen. And just to give you a quiz, where do you think next year the conference will be? Yeah, any suggestion? Based on this, it's not. I'll leave that to the closing plenary. I wouldn't spoil that for now. So we are in Chania, Platanias, and we are in Minowa Palace. We are here in the main, and we have the 2 breakout sessions just outside this room. One at the right, one on the left. You know, of course, the registration desk outside. We will have a couple of breaks, tea and coffee in the lobby, in the conference lobby. And the lunch is in the main restaurant. If you don't know where the main restaurant is, it's at the ground floor here. To go from where we are to the restaurant, the best thing is really to walk over the bridge. Or if you want more exotic road, when you cross the bridge, there are stairs, and then you walk by the pool and you get here. In terms of reception, again, it's also confusing. There are many pools. It's a poolside reception. So we're talking about this pool here, the one that's down close to the sea. A few stats about the conference. We have 169 participants from 30 countries. We have as well the thesis in 3-minute competition with 18 students competing. We'll talk about that in details later on. This year we awarded EC3 scholarship, 5 scholarship for students, PhD students to attend the conference. And that's really thanks to our sponsor who basically contributed, gave us that ability to give those sponsorship. We received 160 paper and we accepted 125. And that's actually a good, our rejection rate is not very low, it's not low, but it's not very high. It's an average, it's quite competitive, but it's not like, it's like many conferences, but quite competitive compared, I think, some conferences. In terms of, I think there are a few things that distinguish EC3 from many other conferences. One of the things that we have is all papers are ranked in advance. We use the top 2 ranked paper to become keynote presentation, and today you will see one of the top paper will be a keynote presentation. We'll talk about how we rank them and how we award the best paper. It's a very rigorous process. We'll explain that later. Our proceeding, as you know, and your paper will be indexed in Scopus. And some paper will be, the best paper will be invited either to Automation and Construction and Smart Infrastructure and Construction Journal by ICE in the UK. We will give more details about that process. I think many people who were selected for journal publication have already received the invitation. So you should have received already the invitation by email. In terms of how we publish the proceeding, we publish it in 4 different ways. One is on the conference website. We have the full proceeding as one single PDF, but then we have individual paper as well on the conference website. The individual paper gets as well the video that's uploaded both on YouTube, basically uploaded on YouTube, but also uploaded a link to your paper on the conference website. I think what happened is when you signed the agreement, when you submitted your paper, you didn't know that you gave permission probably to be recorded. Many of us, no one reads really the terms and conditions. So if you are not happy for your video to be uploaded to YouTube, you just go to that QR code and fill the form, and we will be able to withdraw your YouTube video if you don't want to do that. Your paper will be still published, okay? The program, you have, of course, a handout, a physical copy of the program. But we have as well the live app. The live app is much more up-to-date. We keep it up-to-date with all information we receive from delegates if they can't make a presentation, if a location changes. So please download the app. And it's very simple to, basically, you just download it and you choose the conference. And that's it, set up. Okay? In terms of program as well, you have it live on the conference website. If you don't want to download the app, you have even the live program on the conference website. The way we are organized is what you see is the session in the program are organized according to these themes. And this has been fixed since the EC3 launch in 2018, 19, since the first conference that we had in 2017, we had the first one. Okay. If you want to tweet or share things on social media, these are like our hashtag, our Twitter account, and we have our LinkedIn page that you can follow. I think Dimitris mentioned in the beginning that we are growing. I think we are growing really, really rapidly, very rapidly. This photo is from last year's conference when we were joined with W78. At that time, we were 170 delegates. This year, we are only EC3 on our own, and we hit the same number in terms of participation. So we are really like becoming one of the biggest conferences in computing and construction. What we have some difference this year. Usually, EC3 runs a PhD summer school. This year, we didn't run the PhD summer school, but it's going to be back next year. So to replace the PhD summer school, we have added some session. I'll talk about this session later on. Some of the key events that I mentioned would be great if you really support these events by attending them. One of them is a thesis in 3 minutes managed by Ekaterina and Dimos. So we have 3 rooms, 3 parallel sessions. The 18 students are split across these 3 rooms. They will compete. The winner from each room will compete on Wednesday afternoon, the last day, just before the closing plenary. Oops. And will win an award that will be announced on at the dinner on Wednesday, okay? Another key event, this is stuck now. Oops. Sorry for that. Yeah, another very important event really is by Prof. Here he is, arrived, he just arrived. Prof. Miroslav Skivinieski. On Wednesday from 9 a.m. It's a training event, for PhD and junior researcher on how to become effective author of highly ranked, peer-reviewed scholarly journal paper. So really we are here lucky to have Mirek. He just arrived. If you haven't seen him and you want to talk to him, can you please stand up? Yeah. And then we have very important, I think, 3 round tables. I know sometimes you want to talk to one of these scholars at the conference. They are always busy in conversation with others, especially for, PhD student, early career researcher who wants really to seek tips and advice from these highly known scholars. So we have Prof. Raimar Scherer, Prof. Ioannis Brilakis, and Prof. Eva Kovacic. They will be giving time 5 to 6 on Tuesday, and the location is just in the upper floor in the lobby, ground floor upstairs in the lobby. And the most important event, I would say, that everyone is looking forward is a gala dinner on Wednesday night. So we'll be at Nikterida restaurant. If you don't like it, you need to blame Dimitris. He helped with the selection. I think it's a great place. It's been around since, as you see, since 1933. We will, over the dinner, we will announce quite a few awards, but we will talk about the awards later on in this opening session. Please be outside the reception of the hotel at around 7 p.m. We will depart at 7 p.m. The bus will take us. And the return time is anything, between 11:30 and 12 a.m., okay? Tonight, don't forget we have a reception, wine and cheese reception. And it's a great time really to do networking tonight. And remember, it's at the second pool close to the beach. I don't like to give this general rule. I come across like a grumpy dad. But yeah, we have, apart, looking at the first bullet point, avoid suits, and I am wearing one. I'll be changing later on. So it's smart casual, our dressing code. But I think ideally, avoid swimsuit and flip-flop at the hotel lobby and restaurant area. This is like instruction by the hotel. Hopefully you all have the Wi-Fi now for the password. Yeah. We would give this recommendation about the weather. It's quite hot, really. So, of course, always use sun cream. Don't stay outside between 10 and 4, so attend the sessions. And we suggest as well best swimming time, which doesn't clash with a breakout session. Very convenient. And for presenters, really, please invite your colleague to attend and upload your presentation in advance. Come to that session, talk to the chair 10 minutes before, upload your presentation, make sure it works, and stick to your time. And when you are presenting, please look at the chair. Sometimes he would be like crazy waving for you, and you're not looking at them for the time. We need to keep the time, because if your presentation is delayed, you're delaying the next delegate, you're delaying the lunch, you're delaying everything else. Please stick to the time, please. For our chair, please make sure you are available before the start of the sessions, that all presentations are uploaded. Work with the assistant. We have in every room, we have a really great PhD students helping us to run the conference, to record the YouTube video. So collaborate with them as a session, as a chair of a session. Moderate, of course, and be strict with time. So if you need to flag 3 minutes, 1 minute, time is over, please do. That's the agenda for this opening plenary. So welcome and introduction, I guess that's done and we are on time. Then we have soon the best paper presentation, but before that, I would like to introduce my colleague Esin Ergen to talk about EC3 awards. And so there is an opportunity for you really to be involved in that. Please.
Thank you, Mohammed. I will give you a brief overview about our awards. We have, okay, it's kind of slow. Yeah, we have 3 awards: the Scherer Award, the Thorpe Medal, and Smith Prize. The Scherer Award is named after Reimer Scherer, and it's awarded to an EC3 active or former officer for outstanding service to the computing community in the context of EC3. The Thorpe Medal is awarded to all authors of a published journal paper in the last year for its outstanding academic contributions to computing in the context of EC3. And the last one, the Smith Prize, is awarded for outstanding contributions to computing education in the context of EC3. The Thorpe Medal is named after Anthony Thorpe, and the Smith Prize is named after Ian Smith. We also have Best Conference Paper and Runner-Up Paper, which we will talk about in a minute. But first of all, I would like to remind you that we are accepting nominations for these 3 awards starting today. So if you have published a paper in 2024 or you are planning to publish it this year, please consider applying to the Thorpe Medal. The only requirement is that one of the nominees should hold an academic post in a higher education institution that has a main campus in Europe. Also, if you are teaching in a computing-related domain in construction, then you can apply to the Smith Award. And if you are a former or actual active EC3 officer, you can apply for the Scherer Award. You can self-nominate, or you can nominate someone that you know that has a potential. The prize is a plaque or medal, and there is a cash prize. And we will update the dates on the website, but the planned date for the deadline is April 2025. If you have any questions about the awards, you can find me in the break and we can discuss the procedures, and you can also find more information at our websites. Okay, now a brief explanation about the best paper.
Thank you very much, Esin. Yeah, I think now we going to the next item, which is really presenting the best paper for this year conference. Before I give the floor to Esin to present the best paper, I will just give you some information about how we selected that. When our paper are reviewed by peer reviewers, they give a score from 1 to 9. We use the average score for all papers and we rank them, but however, we don't use the score as the only metric to award the paper, because we often, there are some reviewers who are much more generous than others. So we go back to our area chair or area chair. We have area chair in each of the topics we have listed before. We ask area chair to shortlist a best paper in their track in a ratio 1:5. So if there are 30 paper in a given track, they will shortlist 6 for us. So they shortlist those. We get the pool of papers that are shortlisted by area chair. Then we go through them, the scientific committee goes through them through yes and no process, and we narrow them from 30, we narrow down, let's say, to 8, whatever deserve yes. And then these 8 papers left, we read them all, the scientific committee reads them, they make their recommendation separately, and then they join their recommendation and they have a discussion until they agree who is the best paper and who is the runner paper. So we have done this process this year, and I have to say, it's quite rigorous process. The best paper wasn't necessarily that one. The best paper wasn't the highest, didn't have the highest score. So the score is important, but it's not the whole story. So having said that, I would like now invite Asen to announce best paper, and then as well Dimitris to hand the prize to the best paper author.
The best paper of this year's conference is by Fabian Pwitzner, Song-Bu Hu, Alex Brown, Andrea Borman, and Yihai Feng. And the title is Monitoring Concrete Pouring with Knowledge Graph Enhanced Computer Vision, a case study from Munich, Germany. Yeah, I would like to invite Dimitrios.
Thank you very much. And now I'll pass the stage to Fabian to present his work, and congratulations again. Well done.